You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. I got to thinking there are some flowers that are just over the top, bigger than most. Some flowers have a lot of flowers, but they're tiny, they're small. I thought I'd give you a list of some of my favorite local mountain landscape flowers that are just pretty easy to grow, consistent, count on them every year, that are just prettier. They're just prettier. Hummingbirds, there's more hummingbirds, more butterflies, there's more to them. And so I would really start with the one that's in full bloom right now. Actually, there's two that are beautiful. One kind of isn't really a flower, it's more of a smoky thing. And one is a definite hundreds of flowers. It is Rose of Sharon. It's one of the hardiest hibiscus we have here. It comes in light pink and white and blues and purples and reds with blue centers and blues with red centers. There's a lot to it. Now, Rose of Sharon is a big plant. It's a big shrub. So it's bigger. It's as big, maybe bigger than lilacs, definitely bigger than forsythia. It's a big plant. It's going to get up, if you just let it go, 8-10 feet tall. You can keep it trimmed down to about chest high or so, but with a winter pruning, you just prune it back to the height you want every winter, and away you go. You can keep it that size. So you keep it at the top of the fence or whatever. But you can count on this to have literally hundreds of hibiscus-shaped flowers. Now, you folks from Hawaii, from the tropical area, Southern California, you're used to that big tropical flower, that one flower that's as big as your hand. Now, this isn't that big. The flowers for Rose of Sharon, they can be as big as a tennis ball, a pickleball. Some of those, it's big, but it's not gigantic. But it makes up for it in literally hundreds of flowers, literally hundreds of flowers. It's nuts. It blooms from now through fall. It's spectacular. If you've never seen one, come into the garden center, just bring your frappuccino and just roam around and enjoy the flowers. It's a good one. A companion to that in full sun is crepe myrtle. Now, crepe myrtles, you folks from the South, you go, oh, crepe myrtles, I know that one. That's great. They grow here? Yeah, they do. And they bloom in the summer through fall. Same time frame. So it's got bright, like fluorescent pinks and purples and reds, the brightest colors. Now, the flower themselves are quite small, but the flower cluster is gigantic. It's a big flowering shrub. And so what you'll find here, though, locally, just kind of a disclaimer a little bit, we don't really grow like in Dallas or the true South area, where it's a little bit milder. We don't have the true trees that grow here. What happens is the winter, every once in a while, a freak winter will come out and it will set crepe myrtles back to the ground like a perennial. So they have to come back fresh from the ground. So you'll find more shrubs than you do trees here. There's a few freakish trees around, but that's the reason you don't find streets lined with crepe myrtles. Otherwise you would. It's because the winter resets them. Another one I had mentioned, a native that doesn't really have flowers, is smoke bush. It's starting to bloom all over town. Smoke bush typically is purple foliage, but the flower comes up and hovers over top of the foliage, and it truly looks like the bush is on fire, like it's smoking from within. That is a flower. It's big, but it's uniquely Arizona. So it's not the norm. Okay, that's the shrubs. Your biggest vine, trumpet vine. Oh my gosh. Big red flowers, aggressively grows. Hummingbirds just think they've died and gone to heaven. They'll roost in this. They'll hang out with it. They'll bicker over the flower. Big red flowers. Trumpet vine. That's the one to go to if you want big flowers. Now, another one that's perennials. Perennial flowers, again, they come back. Perennial and permanent. They both come back every year. My favorite right now is rudbeckia. Rudbeckia or black-eyed Susan. I guess there's echinacea, gaillardia. There's a whole series of summer blooming perennial flowers. Now, these are shorter than a 10-foot Rose of Sharon. They're going to be typically knee-high, a little shorter. You just figure garden height. They like garden soil. They like blooming for you. They love deadening. Pinch off the old spent flowers and it will set another flower for you with pride. Just wants to show off and bloom for you, make you happy. They just want to make the butterflies, hummingbirds happy. And so these are great plants that bloom from now through the end of, I think, into after Halloween. They're going to keep on blooming. These are all summer loving perennial flowers. And a lot of these people don't realize they grow here because they shop here only in spring and we don't have these plants. The summer plants we have spring plants in the spring. We have summer plants in the summer. And so the two don't cross over sometimes. So you need to hit your garden centers and try them out and see what they have by the different seasons so you can get their different crop rotations or different crop harvests is what we call them. And so those are all some of the biggest, boldest, and I would say the most famous of all, the big blooming flowering plants, bar none, roses. Roses, they get a bad rap. They're thinking, oh, they're high maintenance. They really aren't, not when it's dry, high altitude in the sun. Roses are fantastic, and you can grow them in your own backyard. Water's garden companion plants for August are radio red salvias, butterfly bush, and trumpeting vine.
Large clusters of red and orange flowers create a dramatic show all season long with Water's trumpet vine.
This vigorous vine thrives in heat and blooms profusely with neglect.
Quickly covers large areas as a ground cover, spilling over retaining walls, screening a fence, or cloaking arbors.
Guaranteed to attract more hummingbirds and only found at Water's Garden Center, 1815 Iron Springs Road in Prescott. For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.